growing up, my life was pretty challenging after 5 years old because that was when my family split. There was a transition of figuring out life at my mom's and then life at my dad's.
Yeah. How was that like father and son relationship as you were growing up?
Like, what is it like having a father that is not my biological father, and how do I adapt to, do I love this guy? Do I trust this guy?
Yeah. Did you have a relationship with Christ when you were young?
I grew up heavily in prayer. I was born with general rheumatoid arthritis. How do we get my kid help? Our kid is going to be crippled. He's not going to be walking.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to move.
Oh, wow.
God actually saved me in a miraculous way. It was through prayer where I was healed. Prayer is a big deal.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. It's like the power of God. Like entering your body and giving you peace, complete comfort, even when you're in very extreme pain.
Wow. Yeah.
I am Samuel, and this is my real testimony.
I'm so excited for this podcast. I'm here with
Samuel Novinger.
Yeah, I know, and I'm so excited. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
God is so good. We've been going back and forth and like texting, trying to plan out when to film this, and I'm just so excited. It's great. Yeah.
It all started in Hume.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Busy. School's starting up soon, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I know that'll be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. So the first question, like, I'll be asking, like, what was life like when growing up?
Oh, so growing up, my life was pretty challenging after 5 years old because that was when my family split.
Yeah.
So I had the obstacle of having two different households.
Yeah.
Two different sets of rules. There was a transition of figuring out life at my mom's and then life at my dad's.
Yeah.
So I feel like through it all, God gave me a lot of moments where I've learning moments.
Yeah.
And I think growing up, figuring it out later on, my mom got full custody, so that helped. But I feel like during the process, it was challenging going back and forth.
Yeah. So did you grow up in like a Christian? Was there like church? Or
So my mom was Christian. So we attended Living Word Fellowship in Porterville, California. And then my dad married a Catholic lady where we would go to St. Anne's Catholic Church. And so there was a difference, noticeable difference.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't spend that much time growing up Catholic.
Yeah.
I had some understanding of it.
Yeah.
But then the majority of my life was spent going to my mom's church because she ended up marrying my stepfather, Mike, and we ended up going to his church, which was Living Word Fellowship.
Yeah. So did you still have that how was that like father and son relationship as you were growing up?
So having two fathers was definitely interesting dynamics.
Yeah.
Because both fathers had different sets of rules.
Yeah.
Different boundaries, different expectations. And also just the obstacle would be like, okay, like what is it like having a father that is not my biological father, and how do I adapt to, do I love this guy? Do I trust this guy?
Yeah.
And he did a good job, I think, bringing us up and like healthy boundaries and trying to like still love us and show us the love of God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what was like, did you have a relationship with Christ when you were young? Like, did you understand that dynamic?
I fully understood my relationship with Jesus Christ more so because my mother would pray. Like I grew up heavily in prayer. Yeah. And I was born with general rheumatoid arthritis. And so God actually saved me in a miraculous way. Like God healed my body. But that was before the divorce. That was when my own father and my mother sought prayer. Yeah. That was when they both seeked God in that moment of trouble. Like they both were struggling with like, how do we get my kid help? Like our kid is going to be crippled. He's not going to be walking. He's not going to be able to move. crying when he's crawling, he's falling down, he's not able to, the mobility wasn't there.
Yeah.
My joints were all super inflamed. And so they sought help after help after help. Like they would go to one doctor, get some ideas, get some advice. But in the meantime, they continued praying. And I think it was through prayer where I was healed.
Yeah.
I believe that the power of prayer heals people.
Yeah.
And I also believe that through that, and them also getting advice from some doctor that finally said, like, hey, we need to change his diet.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that he's eating the right foods.
Yeah.
And even in the Bible, it talks about like foods you should be eating.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That are going to actually help your body.
Yeah.
Are actually going to heal your body.
Yeah.
So I believe that even in the Word, it talks about healing.
Yeah.
And ways to heal, but also prayer. Prayer is a big deal.
Yeah. How long did you have that like inability to like walk and stuff like that?
So I'd say like I believe that it sort of started leaving my body around, I'd say 3-4 years old.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like it went into remission.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's remission means it's not like gone from you. It just means that your body has chosen to heal.
Yeah.
In a way where it's no longer attacking your joints. You're not getting inflamed. Your mobility is back. And so there's not as much swelling or inflammation in those areas. Later on in life, though, junior high years, I actually had a kind of inflammation starting again in my ankles.
Oh.
So that was where I had to have recorrective surgery. But that was through Dr. Tyndall.
Yeah.
So he was also a man of God, a doctor that we sought after, and he actually got me a specialist in LA to do the recorrective surgery, to take my pronated curved outward feet and then to basically break them, remold them, put titanium screws in them, and then it was the process of learning to walk again.
Yikes. Wow.
And so
that was happening like during your middle school years?
Yeah, that was right before entering high school as a freshman.
Yeah.
So that was another obstacle in life for sure.
Gosh, how did like Jesus fit into those challenges that you were facing?
I feel like, again, going back to where I said my mother would always pray.
Yeah.
She actually would lead me in prayer before I go to bed. She would also like lead me in prayer when I was having night terrors or whenever I was struggling with the transition of going from one house to the next house and like not knowing how to cope, not knowing how to deal, or not knowing how to process the anger or the fear of the instability that's happening in your life, right? Yeah. So it's like a roller coaster of emotion as a young kid. You know, you're 5 years old trying to figure out like, why am I not?
Yeah. Am I going to be able to walk? Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's going on? But also, my mom just showing me how to pray. Yeah. And the peace and the comfort that comes through prayer. Yeah. Like the healing is not necessarily that it heals your body of the disease, but the healing is that like God gives you comfort in your mind when you're going through these obstacles, and the pain is relieved. Yeah. So you feel a change in overcoming you, and you feel it in your body.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
It's like the power of God. Like entering your body and giving you peace, complete comfort, even when you're in very extreme pain.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you grew up and you had that, and then like, you have brothers and sisters?
Yes. So that's a whole nother story of having several siblings, because it's a dynamic family. Yeah. You know, my mother had the three of us. So it was me. I was the youngest and then I had two older sisters. So Sarah, Amanda, those were my older sisters. Yeah. And then when my mother got remarried, she married my stepfather, who had also two siblings. So I had two step siblings from him. Yeah. My dad getting remarried through that first wife that he had, I basically had a sibling, which is my sister, half sister. And then later on in life, he ended up having another child with another lady, which was my brother Jason, which is another half sibling. Yeah. And then later on after that, he got remarried to a woman who had already 4 children. That's where I have. Yeah. It's very dynamic. Yeah. Very, and they're kind of all over, but I pretty much keep in touch with the most of them.
Yeah. That's good.
And I see them all as family. Like brothers and sisters.
Yeah. So growing up with like that kind of like dynamic family, like were all of you guys going to church and like seeking God at all, or like what did that look like?
I would say that like growing up, it was the main family was like the 5 of us. It was like my 2 step siblings and my 2 biological siblings. We continued to go to Living Word Fellowship growing up. We had Pastor Bud Goings, who kind of communicated the message of Christ to us. That was a big role model of mine to fully understand who Christ was, who God was, who my Savior was, right? Yeah. And he did a good job, I think, communicating the message to us as kids. Yeah. Just trying to figure it out, trying to understand who is this God who saves. And then I would say there was other people in that church that also mentored me growing up. Like there was also, Jeff Ruckman and Ryan Ruckman. And so Jeff Ruckman was my youth pastor. So he taught me a lot growing up. And then I would attend The Rock in Lindsay, which was done by Ryan Ruckman at the time. Yeah. And so he would also preach. That was where he was beginning to like talk to me about who God was, who Christ was as well. Yeah. And so they were brothers. The Jeff Ruckman, Ryan Ruckman, they were brothers, and Ryan was the older one. Yeah. And then Jeff was the younger one. And Jeff was like a huge influence in like seeing that, the relationship with Christ can be really fun, really exciting. Like you can go hiking and talk about God. You can go jumping off waterfalls, talk about God. And like, he was a football player for UCLA. Oh yeah. So I was like, whoa, this guy's a big deal. He's like, really strong, really. That's awesome. And so there's that like, whoa, like role model type. Like, it's almost like you're meeting Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So, like on your priorities list, where was God going into high school from like middle school? Because in middle school, did you say you were like experiencing those like things where like questioning, like, am I going to be able to like do sports and stuff like that? Yes, I was pretty active in sports. Junior high, I was doing like wrestling, soccer, cross country, even basketball. I tried quite a few different sports, and I was good at some of them. Yeah. Some of them not so much. Yeah. But I was good at some of them, and I really loved sports. I loved being active. Yeah. As a kid, and then having that all taken away, it was like, like what am I going to do entering high school? How am I going to make friends? Yeah. How am I going to communicate? Yeah. Like I'm going to be different. Yeah. Entering high school. Yeah. I'm going to come in with 2 broken feet. Yeah. Because I made the choice to do both at the same time. Oh, wow. Yeah. So when Dr. Tyndall asked, like, do you want to do both? I said yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So I said, like, break them both. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's heal quickly. Let's crazy. Get this done fast.
Yeah. So how long did that last for through high school?
That was pretty much my first 2 years of high school, just rehabilitation. Yeah. I remember like going through like the physical therapy and that helping, but I also remember my first time like walking and running again. Yeah. It was out in Strathmore. Yeah. I was at my friend's house. They lived out in the country, and I remember having this sort of like fear, like, oh my gosh, am I allowed to walk? Am I allowed to run again? Like, if I do that, am I going to break my legs? Like, are my ankles just going to give out on me, or are they going to break on me?
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, that's crazy. going to classes and stuff. What high school did you go to?
I went to Menachie.
Menachie? Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, and before that, I was attending Burton. And so we went from there to Menachie.
Yeah.
And going into Menachie and attending classes was challenging because I was starting off in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then transitioned into crutches.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were confused because they looked at me like, dude, how does anyone have 2 broken feet?
Yeah.
Like
what'd you do?
Yeah. Like,
what happens?
He's got like 2 casts. He's got, so I had the boots on. Like the moon boots, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they went all the way up to my knees and it looked funny. So I got really good at like doing wheelies to class. And I had a friend named Jeff who actually didn't really even know who Christ was, but he was such a kind person.
Yeah.
He just would like volunteer to like carry my things or wheel me to class.
Yeah.
And like, it was pretty cool because like at that point I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to make any friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like, it was very comforting to know that like God put someone in my life to kind of like make me feel like a little bit more like, okay, you don't have to worry about how people see you.
Yeah. Upon like having those challenges, like what were some of the challenges? Because like, you know, when you're like as a Christian, you go into high school, especially Menachie, and like you're in a public school and you have all these influences, peer pressure. Like what did that look like? Did you ever face challenges
I think going to high school I was pretty firm in my faith. I think I give that to like my mom growing me up in prayer. I think the continual prayer and like effort to communicate with God was there. I think that helped build my strength. That helped build my foundation. And believing in who God was and like living for God.
Yeah. Wow.
So that already being there, was a big deal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like daily praying to God before I go to bed. You know, just daily communication. Yeah. But the challenges or obstacles of going to high school was just simply like, for me, it was like the mobility part.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was like the mobility part, but also maybe just keeping like my grades up. Yeah. Because somewhere around second year of high school, I ended up having, actually, I think my third year, where I finally found out that I had an issue. Yeah. With my thyroid. And so at that point, I was pretty low on energy. I wasn't doing well. My grades were dropping. Oh, wow. I wasn't able to focus, wasn't able to take tests the same way. Yeah. I would get towards the middle of the day and I would just start to like nod off and like lose energy. Yeah. And then they did a blood test on me and they found out I had Hashimoto thyroiditis. And they found out that I needed a specialist for my thyroid. So when we got help, we had my thyroid looked at, checked at in Fresno. And then the specialist was the endocrine specialist. He actually told me like I had 2 nodules that appeared on my thyroid. Yeah. Went and got help for that. Actually went to UCLA Medical Center. And they did a check on the nodules. They wanted to see if they were cancerous. And so I was scared. Wow. Yeah, I was pretty scared. So I had some fear in high school. There was definitely also the obstacle in high school was being like going through depression. Yeah. Not feeling like I can do sports. I think that was the first 2 years.
No, I can't imagine.
I think that first year especially I felt like depressed, not being able to move. Yeah. So that was tough. Yeah. But the UCLA Medical Center was interesting because going back to that, I prayed. Mm-hmm. That was interesting because I prayed for God to heal me of these nodules. And then we went back to go check a second time at the medical center. Yeah. And they disappeared.
Wow. Praise God. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
And I had a moment of like, I was like, whoa, like how's that
happen?
I was like, is it real? Like, really? They're gone? Like, so there had a moment of like wonder, like really, like, God, you healed me. Like again, you healed me. So I was definitely thankful because at that point I still had to take thyroid medication, and that was tricky because I had to figure out, okay, am I going to take synthroid levothyroxine, or am I going to take Armor? So I started out on synthroid, which is the synthetic version, and then I found out that wasn't giving me enough energy, and I started to take Armor thyroid, which is derived from a pig. So I used to joke with my friends, like, I'm part pig,
Oh my gosh,
yeah, that's the only way they can produce it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
So I, to this day, still take thyroid medication.
Yeah.
I have to have that in the morning in order to have the energy to get through the day.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm just so thankful that they even have something for that.
Yeah. So did you, like, going through all those, like, things, and you said, like, you were facing with some depression and other challenges in high school, and, like, falling asleep and grade slipping, did you receive, like, support from your siblings and, like, family? Like,
I would say, I don't know if it was, like, necessarily, I'd say, my mom was always extremely supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my siblings were always caring and kind and loving. I know my sister Amanda was always like the second mother, always like encouraging.
It's amazing.
But like I think they were more helpful in the way of like saying, hey, you better be a nice guy. To girls, you better treat them well. And so their encouragement was more about like just how like they wanted me to be a caring person. Yeah. And I think out of concern for like them experiencing how my father was, they were like, no, you're not gonna be like dad, we're gonna make sure like we're all gonna keep you accountable and make sure that you are caring to women, and that you're mindful of that as you enter high school. You're gonna be caring and helpful. So they would coach me in that area, but the depression part, I think I think God healed me. In that area. I truly believe that like I did a lot of writing, a lot of journaling. That helped me reflect. Also, I would say even like I had an English class, Miss Bajwa, and she wasn't even really a believer, but she would give these interesting quotes from books that were like meaningful, thoughtful quotes, and you'd have to do critical writing about those quotes. And I started doing that. And then I started doing that with Bible verses. And so when I started doing that with Bible verses, that like completely changed me. Right? Because then I was reflecting on the word. I wasn't reflecting on some like, famous person some like random, Socrates or I was even though those are some pretty good reflections. Because they even had some interesting ideas. But getting in the word was like really where the healing was, right?
Feeding your soul.
That was actually taking away the negative thoughts. That was like healing my mind of all that was like distraction. Like what I mean by that is like if you're going through an ailment or like you're not mobile anymore, you don't have the ability to walk, you're going to have depressing thoughts enter you and make you wonder like, am I going to be okay? Is this going to go away? Like, is God going to heal me of this? And you're going to have even doubtful thoughts try to disillusionment, right? Try to distract you, the enemy wanting to cause fear to enter, which leads into that depression. But that was taken away because I was able to like write. I was able to pray. And I think God just like slowly healed me of that. Like
it's amazing.
It's a process though. It's not even like, oh, you can just get rid of it right away. It's like it was a process, I think, of making it a priority, I think, to have a relationship with God. And like the more time you spend with God, the more he gives you peace. And so I think the peace is what heals you of the depressing thoughts. Right, that peace, that time spent with God. And so you could have a relapse, like the last time you spent with God. I feel like you could easily go back to depressing thoughts. Very easily.
Constant renewal of the mind. No, absolutely.
I think humans are challenged with this.
I think absolutely.
We all have that challenge of how do I deal with this thought? Like how do I cope? How do I cope with that thought? And everybody's life is different.
No. Especially with all the distractions we have now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even more so. Yeah.
Yeah.
More. You have to be even more vigilant, right?
Yeah.
Even making choices. You're just like, do I need this in my life?
Yeah.
Like, I probably don't.
Yeah.
And then being like, I guess, strong enough to say like, maybe I don't need this.
Yeah.
I should like let it go.
Yeah.
Surrender it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I'm like. Even still as an adult, I'm still being shaped. Like, like it's like I think I like what Jeff was saying. Is that we are like God is our master potter, right?
Yeah.
And we're that clay.
Yeah.
And we're being shaped. So just let him shape you.
Yeah.
Like surrender like all of it.
Yeah.
Like let him fully shape you.
Yeah.
So you can be 100%.
Yeah.
Like for him.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then coming out of high school, what was like getting out of high school? Where did you feel like God was calling you towards? Like, what did life look like then too?
Okay, so getting out of high school was the obstacle for me. I think being in high school was easy because I had a strong church, strong mentors. I also had good friends.
Yeah.
Maybe towards the end of high school, I did like struggle with the idea of like, okay, I had some friends that wanted to like party, cowboy friends. We wanted to go out, party, or even the idea of drinking and like entered towards the end of high school. Yeah. So that kind of like didn't really stick with me because alcohol didn't do well with my thyroid. Yeah. I just did not like it. Yeah. I just like, oh, this hurts. Like this doesn't feel good. This makes me feel bad. Yeah. So I would listen to my body in that. The other thing was like, you have a friend that would be like, hey, do you want to smoke? Like, and then so like you're like, oh, like you have that opportunity, and then you try it, and then you realize, my body does not like that either. Like when you have a thyroid condition, your body says no to a lot of things. Yeah. So even having a condition like that is a blessing. Wow. Yeah. Because it's like God keeping me safe, right? Yeah. It's like he knew I needed that, right? Yeah. But also like going to college, the transition was okay. I'm leaving my church family, but also like that point in my life, the church was already sort of having its own obstacles. It was going through change. Yeah. And so I had already like attended Lighthouse and like sort of left Living Word, and because they were transitioning pastors there. Yeah. And I was like, oh gosh, like I don't have Pastor Bud anymore. Like I don't want this, right? Like sometimes you get this attachment as a kid and you don't realize like it's not about the pastor, it's about God. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's something I've realized later in life. But like going to college, making a choice, getting there, figuring out like where do I go to church now? Yeah. I did end up going to Calvary Chapel Beachside. Yeah. College had more, I would say, distractions. Yeah. Luckily, I didn't have a dorm room. Yeah. I chose to live with my grandpa.
Okay, that's good.
So it was part like, not like in-home care because he was mobile and he could take care of himself. Yeah. But I was slightly taking care of responsibilities. I was doing the yard work. Yeah. I was cleaning the dishes. I was making sure that he felt like, hey, I care about what this opportunity you're giving me to stay at your place. So that was where I moved to. That was when I moved out of. Well, I did go to college at Porterville College first. Yeah. But that Porterville College, I was still grounded in my faith. Yeah. And I was still, at going to church, living in Porterville. But when I did transition to a different type of college, when it was Cal State Fullerton, that was where it was like, okay, this is different. I no longer am with my family. Yeah. I'm with my grandpa. Yeah. My grandpa wasn't necessarily a believer. Yeah. He kind of had some spiritual ideas. Yeah. He was like, listening to Joseph Campbell. He had other influences. Yeah. That he was following. Yeah. So in a way, I was like, sort of bringing God into his life a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. How was your like family dynamic? Like, were you still in touch with your biological father and like?
I would spend during college. I did have a reconnection with my own father later in life. I started to spend summers with him.
Yeah.
Right? I'd say like my mom would still allow that time with my own biological father. She knew that was important. She knew it was important to keep the relationship.
Yeah.
And there was healing in that.
Yeah.
When I made the choice to like finally, I'd say forgive my father, right, for the choices that he made, there was healing in me.
Yeah.
And I do believe that forgiveness is a choice, and that like healing takes time.
Yeah.
And like I see that even in my own siblings, I see them slowly starting to heal.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a lot easier and a lot faster because I spent the time with him.
Yeah.
Like I chose to spend the time with my father during summertime.
Yeah.
I'd go down there. I would work at this place called RW Garage Doors. My dad, helped me get my big deal job, where
awesome.
I was like hardworking job.
Yeah.
Go out as an apprentice, put up wooden garage doors, build them, paint them, do spring change outs, whatever they wanted me to do. If I was a driver, errand runner, I'd go pick up deliveries, warehouse stalker, whatever they trained me, I would just do it.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was the like yes, teach
I'll
me
do
something
it.
new. Yeah,
please.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I want this job.
Yeah.
And then they would regularly hire me back every summer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so it was nice to earn some money so that I could afford living in Huntington Beach. Because that was expensive.
Yeah.
Like food was expensive and gas was expensive.
Yeah.
And so I would save up all my earnings during summer. My friends would like go and party during summertime and go have fun. And then I would just go work. Nonstop.
Yeah.
And then I'd do like overtime, double overtime, and then I'd use that money, and then I would relax during college and like do my schoolwork. Yeah. But then like spend my money on food. Yeah. I'll go,
stuff you need. Yeah.
I'll go get gelato. Not stuff I need, but like I'll go get gelato at Laguna Beach or like. It's great. Just like like you don't really need sugar, but loved it anyway. So I would spend my money on food. A lot. Yeah. Mostly food. Yeah. In college. So then there was times where I was like, oh man, I need another job. Yeah. So I did in college. I did window washing. So I met this guy named Greg. He actually hired me on to do window washing. Pass out insurance flyers in college. And I met him through Calvary Chapel Beachside. Oh yeah. And it was a little tiny church, but I got connected, and it was a good thing because that brought me back to God. Yeah. Where I was like slowly like wondering like, okay, like my faith wasn't like very strong. I was slowly like, I would say slipping away, distracted. Yeah. Veering away from my own faith, but not really knowing it. Just sort of like not spending. I wouldn't say I didn't believe in God. I still believed in God as my savior because that all happened back when I was a kid. Yeah. I went to a Bill Glass crusade at Jameson Stadium. And that was where I chose Christ as my Lord and Savior. It was a football stadium. Yeah. It's like a altar call, but except this was like a stadium call because we're all in the stadium. Oh yeah, yeah. And he's asking us.
Who's speaking there?
Bill Glass. He was an old crusade. Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Guy that would like go and preach in towns, in different places, and so he was a football player. Yeah. And I guess a famous one, but he was so old that I didn't even know who he played for, or like I still don't know. Yeah. Maybe it was the Lions. I'm not sure who he played for, but he was really good at speaking about God. Yeah. And he really, in that moment, helped me fully understand that I have to make that choice to allow God into my life, and I felt the nudge. I felt the tug. Like, I felt that in my soul. I felt like, ooh, I need to know this Lord and Savior. I need to make a choice. I need to surrender my life to Him. Yeah. That was probably the biggest change in my life right there, right? Because I already sort of knew God. Yeah. I already prayed to God, but then saying like I offer myself to you, God, was a big deal. Yeah. Like that was a huge change. Yeah. And like that was where, if you think about it, that was where like going to college, it was still in me. God was still working through me, and yet I wasn't necessarily making all the best choices.
What was distracting you? What would you say was most distracting to you in college?
I think having the not having the closeness in a church, like just not choosing to continue church right away.
Yeah.
Not choosing to like spend or serve my time with God as much or as often as I was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you go to Wednesday nights.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You go to extra work teachings from Ryan Ruckman. You have a firmer foundation. You're building your foundation in God. When you're in college, you're kind of like, you're not intentionally doing it, but you're kind of losing that foundation.
Yeah.
If you're not choosing to find something.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
And so unknowingly, kind of just making those choices, it was distracting me away from God.
Wow. Yeah.
It was making me say, oh, look, maybe I'll spend time in a relationship. Maybe I'll just like give dating a chance, right?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't like dating people in high school. I wasn't like seeking or pursuing relationships in high school.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I want to understand what a relationship's like. Like all my friends have had relationships.
Yeah.
I want to find this out and figure this out. I would say picking the wrong person to date was a distraction in my life. But it wasn't necessarily, it was like a teaching moment also. It was distraction, but also it was something that led me to like realize, okay, hey, like, is that a good choice? Yeah. I even had my own friends tell me like, Sam, I don't think she's right for you.
Yeah. Were these Christian friends?
Yeah,
or like,
these were.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, even, and then you get to the point where you introduce someone to your parents, and they're like, no, not this one. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you're not thinking. Yeah. And so I think having people that hold you accountable. Yeah. And like know who you are, and like know who, like what you're worth in God, are trying to like gently correct you. Yeah. And trying to say like, are you sure?
Steer
like,
you back.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it helps redirect you. It helps you realize, okay, maybe there's something they see I don't see. Yeah. And so I think there is moments of life where you feel like you're blind to what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah. And then you get back to where you realize, okay, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Like, where was my, obviously my mind wasn't on God. Yeah. Right? Fully. Yeah. If it was, then I wouldn't have been brought in or been led down into that choice. So I'd say college, that would maybe the biggest challenge was just learning to have positive people in my life and kind of stick to that. I think even after college was over, it was like, okay, like there's no job opportunities in the area that I graduated with. So what do I do now? Yeah. Right? Like I have 3 loans. Yeah. How do I deal with that? Yeah. And the only thing I could think of was, well, I obviously have to start paying off my loans. Yeah. Both of them, 2 of them were at 5.8 and one was 6.8. And I was like, ooh, yeah, that's a lot. And they're all 3 separate ones. So I sought advice from this guy named Claude, who I went to church with when I was a little kid. Yeah. And he was financially good at advising me that to pay off the highest loan first, the 6.8. Yeah. And then telling me like you need to work really hard and pay them off fast, because otherwise it will it will build. Yeah. Yeah. It's a slippery slope. Yeah. He got me motivated, and then I chose to move in with my father. I moved all the way to Vacaville. Went working for the garage door full time. Yeah. And then I was working at one point. I was doing the garage door business, but then I was doing like 2 other jobs. Yeah. I was doing limo driving, and then I was also doing side jobs where I'd like do driving? Landscaping or painting someone's wall. Yeah. Whatever I could pick up. Yeah. I was motivated, so I had a goal, I had a plan. I wanted to pay off my loans fast, and I told myself I would do this in like a couple years. Yeah. And I had a goal, and then I made the goal, I wrote it down, and then I was able to do it in a year.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, limo driving.
Yeah.
That was wild because it wasn't even like I was an official limousine company.
Yeah.
It was just two chiropractors. They had their own limo that they had purchased.
Yeah.
And this was their like side hustle. And they needed drivers that were qualified, had a clean record, and could move a long vehicle safely through like winding curves like Napa Valley and Sonoma. And so if you're going up over from Napa to Sonoma, there's this one road, and they tested me on it, and I passed the test because they said, like, if you can do this, drive with us when you're hired. Yeah. Wow. And so I understand why they hired me after that drive, because I think that was the scariest drive ever. I was like, ooh. Yeah. And I thought, like, man, I don't have like experience driving a bus or school bus, but that felt like a school bus. So I was like, ooh, that curve was challenging. But luckily, I feel like God helped me with my visual ability to be able to accurately navigate those trails.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it was fun. Yeah.
So how'd you meet your wife?
So Terry, I met Terry later on in life. This was so after I paid off my college loans. And my dad said, "Okay, you told me like it was about that, and now you need to move out."
Oh, okay.
Like tough love. Just okay. You got to be a man. Go find a place. So I quickly put the word out on Facebook, and I said like, "Hey, I need a home. I need a place to live." And then someone reached out to me and told me there's this place in Sacramento, and I went to go look at it, and I was like, "Man, the rent is so high." Like, it was actually only $450 a month, which is cheap. Yeah. Right? And I was for the first time paying rent. I was like, "Oh, this seems too high. Like, this is crazy." So, but I chose it. I chose Sacramento. It was a commute. I would still drive all the way to Vacaville, but I chose it because the place, it seemed like safe. Felt like a comfortable environment to live in. And it had Wi-Fi. It had DirecTV, and it had a kitchen. It was like a full house all to myself.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And I was like, "This is incredible! Like, God, you gave me a place." And then I went to Temple Coffee, and I would go there to work on stuff, like whether it was like photography or my own art. I'd go there to work, and it was a place where I could focus and not be distracted. They had good coffee. And one day Terry entered, and she went and sat next to me, and so we started talking about like her business. She had like all of her flyers out, all of her like, and it looked like Ralph Lauren, and I like Ralph Lauren, and I thought like, hey, like maybe this is the business opportunity. Like I can like tell her about what I do. And then I kind of told her like, hey, I can do photos for you. So I exchanged my Facebook with her. I didn't get her number, but I exchanged my Facebook with her, and I said like, hey, if you need my skills, I can help you with this. Like, and she called me and or messaged me actually, and then we exchanged numbers, and then she said, hey, like we need a photographer. You can help us. And I said, oh, sure, for sure. And I said, and I knew like they needed help. I said, I'll just do it for free because I need the experience. So I was like, I was willing to do it for free, and I wanted the experience. So we went and did the photo shoot for her and her clothing line. And during that trip was where we really connected. That was where the relationship I felt started to like blossom. Or I was like, wait, actually I'm interested in you as a person. Like it's turning into like this sort of friendship now. Like I see you as a person. I see your goals. I see your motivation. I see what you care about in life. And she just was such a caring person. It was just hard not to be attracted to that very caring personality. And then how she cared about life. So that motivated me to try to get to know her better. So that was where I was like, okay, hey, like there was one point where I was like, hey, I make the best pasta in the world. It was actually not the best pasta. It was just some Costco spaghetti sauce. And like some stuff from Trader Joe's and the Sacramento Co-op. But it was, for me, it was like, dude, that was my best. I was giving her my best spaghetti.
Yeah.
But for her, she was already like used to much better pasta. But she was so kind not to say anything at the time until like later on, right? Later on, now we're married. She's like, that wasn't the best pasta. But like, I still love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
was she a Christian at the time? Like,
no, she wasn't actually. And I wasn't like fully, I would say during that moment of my life, I wasn't like fully attending church. I wasn't fully like, I still knew who God was. I still had a relationship with God, but I wasn't fully pursuing him. I was actively pursuing him. And so when I met Terry, I was just sort of like, oh, cool. You're interesting. I want to get to know you. So yeah, no, there's like, I never even like asked her like, hey, do you know who God is?
Yeah.
It was like a slow process of just sort of getting to know her as a person. I know she was doing yoga. I knew she was doing other things, and it felt like she knew who God was. And so I was like, okay, that's enough for me, right? Yeah. She's a nice girl. She's nice to people. Yeah. She cares about others. She's motivated. She wants to work hard. I was super motivated to work hard, and like I was like, here, like this is great. Like we love to do similar things. And so we'd actively spend time going places, doing things together, like. But no, she definitely was not a Christian, even up to the point where we chose to get married, right? We got married, and that was when I first realized, okay, this is going to be difficult. Yeah. Because she was saying things like, I don't know if I want like a pastor to marry us, right? There was the moments where I was like, oh, okay. Well, what decision am I making? Like, well, I think we're gonna have someone that believes in God anyways marry us, and he's gonna say what he wants to say about God. But I didn't like say that to her, but I was like thinking like, this is like, I'm not leaving God for you. But at the same time, I was still willing to marry her. Yeah. So that's interesting, because it's like I wouldn't advise that. But because like that's the point where like we weren't equally yoked in that area. But God is interesting. Like God is a very interesting way of working through those things and using it for good later on. But I didn't see it in that moment. I didn't really understand it in that moment. And I even had like a moment where Terry went with me to a doctor's appointment, and Dr. Tyndall, because I had injured my foot. And so at that time I didn't have insurance. So he was gonna see me, and we were gonna do like, okay, I'll pay you cash. But like I was like, okay, please, I need your help. But Terry was with me, and he's like asking Terry questions like, do you know who God is? And he like caught on quickly that like she's like, no, like I don't, and he's like, well, do you know Sam's parents? Like, do you like realize what you're getting involved in here? Like I think he was even trying to warn her that like, whoa, like you're not a Christian, and like you're going to get married to this kid whose family is like very centered around Christ. And so he was probably trying to warn her, like, welcome to Sam's family. But she didn't really know it at the time. So, but my family met her, and I feel like they still like felt that love and care that Terry has as a person. And they were like, oh, well, this one's better than all the other ones that Sam like has brought back. So So they still accepted her and loved her. And showed her God's love. So I feel like that was a big deal, I think, in Terry getting to know who God was slowly. No,
that's amazing.
Like seeing other people who believe, but then like not really knowing who God is yet, but then still seeing it actively live out in other people's lives. It could be a slow process, but it could eventually be where like that person actually does make a choice on their own.
So what was like one of the most challenges starting out in marriage, especially since she wasn't didn't have that faith and you did? And like, did you guys face like a trial where it was like you felt this disconnect because of that? Or?
Yeah, there'd be moments where like I think she knew that when I would pray it would work. Like she knew that.
Yeah.
Early on, I think she knew that the advice I was giving her, because she didn't see me reading books, so she was probably wondering like, dude, where's he getting all this information from? Like she would read that stuff and she'd be like, oh dude, that's in this book. Like but I was getting it from God because I grew up in the church, right? So I was giving her information from God, and it was helping her because when I met her, she was going through depression, right? And she didn't necessarily know it, but I think she was at a moment of her life where she was feeling depressed. She was feeling depression. And so I was like trying to, like, I didn't realize it when I first met her either. Yeah. I was like, okay, this girl is really nice. How could she have this problem? Like later on I find out like she's struggling with something. But I was trying to like help her with the word that I was like trying to give her. And so there'd be times where I'd be praying, there'd be times where I would be seeking God. And there was struggles, there was moments where she would be like wanting to seek something else, and I'd say like no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like it could be like, you know, yoga, or it could be like even just saying like maybe I want to try seeing like a fortune teller type person and like give me some advice on life, and I was just like no, I don't think you need that. Like I think you just, but it was a slow approach to like introducing her to God, and it was it took a lot of time. Definitely there was nights where I'd be like praying like to myself, like God, please help me, like I don't know where this is going. Like this is scary.
You made this covenant, and now
made
you
this
have
choice
to,
with this woman who I'm not sure is where, I don't know if, I mean, I was concerned at the point where we were like trying to have kids, but we weren't able to have kids, and I was like, dude, if we have a kid and she wants to raise this kid her way, like I'm gonna struggle with that. And so that's where I was saying like I wouldn't advise this idea of getting married to someone that doesn't have the same faith as you, because you're going to be in a moment where you're going to be like struggling with your own like identity in God, like realizing that God is the only thing, and like what am I going to do? Like, I'm bound to this woman. I'm not leaving this woman. So like I'm here with her. And like how do I even approach this? But I'd say the biggest moment of like reveal that, like, I think Terry and I we moved to San Francisco when we got married. And I was struggling, you know, getting a good job. Like I had a job, but it wasn't paying well enough to live in that area. Rent was high. And we were struggling financially. She was going to college to do a MSW, and I was like trying to support that all on one income. And like it wasn't enough for the both of us. So there was a moment where I told her, I said like, look, like we might have to do food stamps. Like this might, like we might have, we're at a point where we're no longer, we're almost to nothing in our bank account. So, and I told her, look, I said, look, I'm just gonna pray. I told her out loud, I'm gonna pray, and and she prayed with me. Basically, like she like listened. Oh, that's great. I mean, she didn't pray, but she was there with me in the prayer and listening actively and participating mentally, and so I felt like God moving in that prayer, and then I felt good and I felt peace after I prayed. And then God showed up. Like the next day I got a phone call by one of my good friends, Richie, who didn't know that I did that prayer. And he said, look, there's this job I think you should apply for. I said, are you sure? Like, I don't even have the credentials for that job. I don't even know if I'm able to get that job. Like, why would they hire me? He said, like, no, you should just do it. Just do it anyways. I think you should do it. He's like, you would be perfect for this job. And I said, okay, I'll do it. Like, you told me And like I prayed the day before. I'm
Yeah.
like, I should probably do this.
Yeah.
Like this is God calling
Yeah.
me to do something,
Yeah.
right? So I set myself up. I put in my thing. They actually called me to interview me.
Yeah.
I did it over a sort of a Zoom type calls.
Yeah.
And they hired me.
Yeah.
And that was the point where I said, like, look, like we have to move.
Yeah. Wow.
And for her, it was like, oh my gosh, we have to move. Like, we're gonna transition from what she's might be used to. She's used to the Bay Area. She's used to Sacramento. We're moving to the Central Valley.
Yeah.
She's not used to the Central Valley.
Yeah.
At all. So that was probably a big culture shock for her. It was like, oh, small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. There's not as much to do or go to or. So it was like a big transition, but it was also a big deal. Like, it was a big change.
Yeah.
Financially speaking, we weren't going to have to worry about having enough food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And we were going to be able to pay rent.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, this is a huge blessing.
Yeah.
So the transition was interesting because like we moved to Porterville. We rented there, and then we transitioned from Porterville, where she eventually decided to do a job with nursing. So we moved to Kingsburg, and we rented there. And then she got through the nursing program, and then we bought a house in Visalia.
Yeah.
We thought, okay, I'm going to be teaching. She's going to be a nurse. Then she transitioned out of nursing, and we started doing a business at home, a reselling business. And then I still kept at the same school. And this was like the moment in my life where I was like, I'm still teaching at this job. And like, this is the longest I've had a very consistent job.
Yeah.
And it's been such a meaningful experience.
Yeah.
And it's been so helpful seeing like God at work in all of it. Even for her, like along the way, it was like all those things led her to God slowly.
Yeah.
So it was like after that prayer, I'd say like God started just sort of slowly showing up and like trying to like heal the thing that needed to be healed in our life, or even our marriage was like having a foundation where we both believed in God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like you praying, and she prayed with you to get that job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she saw like God at work, right?
Like, whoa.
But
like,
was still like, not instantly like, whoa, okay, like who is this guy that he prayed to, right?
Yeah.
Because God is powerful,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so she saw that.
Wow.
Like she saw that power of God.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't realize it. Maybe they're blind to it.
Yeah.
But God is always powerful.
Yeah.
He's like never not powerful. Yeah. So, and I knew that.
Yeah.
And it's because I've seen it in many parts of my life.
Yeah.
Like through the healing. In so many different ways.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing to see how God was working through.
Still, I'm seeing him like, because we've still gone through so many struggles through like trying IVF and it not working, trying like other things. That was a moment in our life where like I felt like I was trying to control things. Like I was trying to seek like a way to have a child, not realizing that it's not about control, right?
Yeah.
I'm still learning that like, okay, well, there's things that like we aren't in control of. Like I have to surrender that idea of controlling that and allow God to be at work.
Yeah.
Because God's plan is greater than mine, right? So I think these are things I'm still like, I'm an adult, and I still don't feel like I know God well enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Still have that hunger. That's
I'm still seeking that, and I think daily it helps.
Yeah.
I think the podcasts or like reading in the Word or even serving in like even joining a life group, serving in the church. These are all things that like Pipeline has like brought into my life.
Yeah.
Right. So big experience, right?
Yeah.
Different type of church experience where you're being taught how to serve.
Yeah.
And you're being molded to be more connected.
Yeah.
In your relationship with God. You're not just hearing a sermon and going home and then trying to be a good person.
Yeah.
You're like hearing a sermon, you're serving, you're getting connected, you're reading more, you're writing more, and all that is changing you.
Yeah.
And in the process of that change, it's also healing you.
Yeah.
So where you realize it's really not about me, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big deal. So,
yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of where it comes down to.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool, like how God was working in your life, because that's pretty crazy to just like so much uncertainty, but you just see him working through it and like putting those pieces in the puzzle together.
Yeah. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of like moments of healing, like serious healing. Even to the point where I was just like I knew that I had a very strong faith in God because of all the moments of seeing him at work in my life. But I had moments of even like where doubt entered my life, where I was like, dude, why am I doubting you? Like you've done so much for me.
Yeah.
Like, why am I struggling with this?
Yeah.
It's like where you lose someone like that you love, like they died and you're like, God, why? Like why him? Yeah. And so it's like, even if you are doubting God, I feel like it's super important that you like ask him questions. It's like you still have to seek him in your doubt, and I think he'll help you and he'll heal you in that moment. Like he'll like meet you. Yeah. And I think very important, if you ever go through a moment of that, like where you're like wondering like, why is this happening to me? Yeah. That you just keep asking, like you just keep praying, you just keep seeking, and like and you just get to a point where you finally realize like, yeah, okay, I see it, like I get it, like you're sovereign, you know what's best, and even if it doesn't feel like it's what's best for me, it's not about my emotional response to this, like and we're human, like we get sad about things, like if we lose our dog, we get sad, right? We lose someone, we get sad. Things aren't happening the way we want them to, we get sad. We sometimes allow that sadness to allow like a doubt to enter, or a distraction, or where you're not fully seeking God. You're kind of like, you're not fully surrendering to God, because you think like, man, my plan would have been better than that, right? But it's not. And that's the pride issue. That's the part where you realize, man, I have some pride in thinking like I had a better idea. I don't. And so that's where I'm at in my life right now, where I'm like, God, you have the plan. I know you do. I just need to like be okay with your plan. And I need to realize that like this is gonna work the way that you had it in mind. And it's interesting how like you go through a moment of IVF and you it doesn't work out for you, and then you're starting to like wonder like what in the heck, right? And then you see this license plate and it said like Jesus still loves you. And then you're like, oh, thank you, God. Like, and you just start crying because you're like, oh, yeah, like he still loves me. Why did I forget? Like, why did I forget that? And I think pain can cause that, right? I think your life can be filled with moments of like, wow, like that is painful. And so I think you get these ideas of like, oh, I'm gonna have a child, right? And then like you're like, oh no, we were so close, right? So close to having a child, and then like didn't work out. And so like that was where it was like, okay, wow, that wasn't the plan. And like you have to
accept that it's not about your control. You don't need to control that. And so now I'm at this point where I'm just like, okay, we're going to adopt, and like, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But like, it took time. Like, maybe I had to go through all of that in order to understand that like adoption was probably what it was supposed to be to begin with.
Yeah.
And like, maybe God gives you all of these moments in life so you can help others, because there were a lot of other people that we were able to kind of console and guide and love along the way that were going through similar experiences of not being able to have a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were able to give them hope.
Yeah.
And yet we're still in the process of starting a family. We haven't even yet begun, but we're still moving in that direction and trusting that God's plan is greater than ours.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. You can use your pain to help others.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, like, because you serve like Pipeline Church.
Yes.
As like a youth leader in a sense, right? And so like, I love talking to you and Terry. You guys are like mentors to me,
Thank you.
And it's always been amazing because like, it's amazing to be talking to you right now about like your life, your testimony, like how God's been working in your life, because you would bring up these stories, and relating it to like what we're talking about, and it would be like, whoa, like, wow, like just to be able to hear that and like how God really truly has been working in your life, and how you're like, no, God's faithful. I'm going to believe that he's going to make a way.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. Yeah.
Well, and he's using a broken person like me
yeah.
to like serve and help others. Like, I was like, God, you're interesting because you're using like this broken person like me. Like, I can help people. Yeah. And I know that God has given me that gift to help others. And I know that because like I've always wanted to help others. I've always wanted to help them get out of their depression or get out of their like sorrow or their pain, and like give them the encouragement and the hope that they need, especially going through disability myself, and inability to walk, but also having arthritis and still like you can see like in my fingers, like you see like they're crooked, right?
Yeah.
And like swelling, and it's not like it's remission is remission, right? But it's not like it's like gone from your body. You're still going to experience pain. Yeah. And you're going to be able to understand the pain, and you're going to also be able to help others through their pain. And in so many different ways, like I can relate with people that have thyroid issues. Like I can relate with people that have like arthritis. And I can relate with people that have child loss, or relate with people that are still struggling having a child of their own. Yeah. And it's all of these things that like God works together for good. Yeah. Like to the point where like when you get a chance to serve others, and you get a chance to help others, and you're not sure like if you're equipped, or like why are you choosing me to do this? Like I don't know if I'm good enough. Yeah. And then God is still asking you to stay, like and saying like, no, I want to use you. Yeah. Like, and so like you see God at work, and you see God holding you in these places, and he shows up, and he's like, hey, I want you to have this job. Like I want you to have this opportunity to talk to these people about God. And like you could have an injury or an ailment that happens to you, but like in the process of doing that or going through that, you get a chance to even share God with that person, or you get a chance to share your faith with those people that doctor that might not even understand who God is. Yeah. So you don't realize how God is at work, but he is at work. Yeah. And I think even in serving with the youth, I'm just like, I know I'm a teacher, like I know I can connect with kids, and I know that I'm like, this is what I love to do. Yeah. But I didn't like necessarily choose, I chose to serve at Pipeline and do the cleanup crew. Yeah. Right. Like I chose that. Yeah. And I was like, I can serve. Like I'm really good at cleaning. Like I can do that.
Yeah.
And then like Celso approached me and said like, hey, Terry Sam, like, can you like serve with the youth? And I was like, what? Like us? Like, like me?
Yeah.
You want us? And so like at first I was just like, are you sure? Like, I don't know if I can like do this well, right?
Yeah.
And so the first year of serving, I was like, oh, like it's hard to connect.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wasn't like, maybe I was allowing fear to take the place of connection. Yeah. Building connection. And so I would say like if you're having fear, like get rid of it, because like it's not allowing you to be fully present. It's not allowing you to like be more of a servant and be more helpful. I think after getting rid of that, I think I've been better at serving with the youth, and allowing me to like actually make better, stronger connections. Yeah. And like you're definitely one of the first kids that I was able to actually connect with. Yeah. And so it was a big deal, like being invited to your graduation. Terry and I both getting to be a part of that. Big deal. It felt really good to like feel like, okay, I see you at work, God. Like you're like helping us help others. And like that's the reason why. Yeah. Like that's why I'm here.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Yeah. God's working. Yeah. Like, even now, like it's amazing. He's remained faithful. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. It's like you struggle with like, I think in life you struggle with the you're thinking like, oh, it's about my purpose. And it's like, no. Yeah. Because you could get easily distracted or have a disillusionment with thinking it's your purpose. It's not. It's God's purpose-driven life for you. Like, that's becoming more clear to me. Like as an adult, I'm like, wow, okay, like it's God's purpose. Yeah. Like I just need to settle into that, not be a control freak. Yeah. Even getting a speeding ticket slows you down and allows you not to be a control freak on the road, right? Where you're like, dude, I'm not in control on the road. Like, I need to surrender my speed to God. God, like, right? Take the wheel. Yeah. Like, I don't need to go that fast. I can get there a little bit later. Yeah. So there's that, and there's moments where you're like, even as an adult, you're still being taught like to correct things. Yeah. So we're all like slowly improving, but I would say seek God daily. That's what helps the most.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Can I pray for you before we end this? Yeah. Lord God, thank you so much for Samuel being here today. God, it's so amazing to hear his testimony and how he's said that you've just been faithful throughout his life, God, and that we can just trust in you, God. And I just pray that you would use this testimony for your will and your purpose, God, that it would give people encouragement, God, that you would use and continue to work in Samuel's life as he keeps going to strive to build a family, God, all for you. And I just thank you for this day. Thank you for Samuel being here, God. Thank you for this amazing conversation, for him to share his testimony to people around the world, God. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. We pray this in Jesus' holy and mighty name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.